Hello everyone, welcome in. My name is Kai Zammit. I'm a director, cinematographer and writer based in the south of the UK. And today's video we're going to be checking out Season 2 Episode 1 of Arcane, which is titled Heavy is the Crown. I won't be covering Season 1 on the channel or Patreon depending on where you're watching this, and the reason being is I've already seen it. I watched it when it first came out and I was recommended it by my peers in the industry. So yeah, I checked it out then, but I don't want to go over it again. I'd rather just move forward with Season 2 because I'd like to continue on with that story. And lastly, if you'd like to see my full reaction to this show, so from beginning all the way to the end, the only place you can do that is on the Patreon, as I like to include the content. Can't do that here on YouTube due to copyright reasons and things like that. If however you are watching this on YouTube, it's going to be spliced together in the normal reaction style format that you tend to find on this platform. So with all that said and done, let's go, shall we? Play the tape.
All right.
I'm trying to remember what actually happened. Jinx shot the tower right at the end with a rocket. I remember that much. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I'm excited to actually jump back in, to be honest. Oh, it's kicking straight up. This is nice. Even though it's really, really dark in there, they've still got this beautiful catchment in the eyes. See those white orbs? This is nice. Look, what I love about their stuff is look how they fill each shot with layers. Oh. Oh, nice. A little whip zoom in there just to show how distressed he is or in pain. I like the classic. The diegetic world has been... Oh no, it's his mate. Is he going to use that dark technology to save him? He was working on something, if I remember correctly. Oh yes, of course, the animation, they use a lot of 2D planes in there. Yes. Whoa, what's happening to him? He was like really weak, wasn't he? Really frail and everything. Oh, I like that. Oh, that streak of light is really nice.
I'm searching to behold
Nice.
stories that I told.
Every shot in this show, every frame could be like a wallpaper. It's a beautiful... everything about it is just beautiful. And I remember watching the first season, I was like, oh my god, this is stunning. Oh, yes, a nice short intro. I don't know how long that was, probably 30 seconds. Oh, it was her mum.
There's an ocean so dark down
Oh, I like this. You know, it's like a film opening. But they're still keeping the 2D animation moving, aren't they? Look at the ripples. Beautiful, isn't it? And the way they're using the characters, or the characters are popping on the shot. Oh, it's nice. I like that little subtle movement of her looking again. Interesting. Look at what they're doing with the white ripples in there. They're making them wobble to show that the eye is moving, even though the eye itself was static. Beautiful. Oh, if it was moving, it was doing it very, very slightly.
As we are at war, I thought it prudent to solicit the advice of such an experienced veteran.
They love the triple catchment on this, don't they?
We flood the Undercity with enforcers.
Innocents will be caught in the crossfire.
How many more counselors have to be blown to pieces before you finally wake up? We are under siege!
Beautiful little close-up there. A lot of people never do
What
that.
is she doing here?
She confirmed this was the act of a single deranged individual.
Jinx.
Oh.
The underground leaderless. If we follow your plan, we risk
Look at him showing his
unifying.
frustration in his fringe.
Our healing can only begin once she's been brought to justice.
Then it's settled.
Stunning, man.
2-1.
And look at the framing on the heads as well, right across the hairline. Love it. Oh, look at that framing there with these shadows as well.
In crises such as these, it's imperative you present a unified front to the public.
I'll agree to endorse the invasion, but I draw the line at Hextech. We have an ethos. Such force must be a final resort.
Agreed.
Then it's settled. 2-1.
Interesting. So they're using... Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're using the... the triple catchment in the eyes to show how eyes are reacting within the scene. I've never noticed that before. Because normally you get the one catchment, but they've got 3 here on this. I love that every layer, and also the compositions, the way they're framing their subjects. Right across the top of the hair, it's top class. And these close-ups and mixing it with ECUs as well, extreme close-ups. Like him hitting his chair or whatever it was. Really draws you in. Was that steam running at a different frame rate? No, it's because it's a 2D element. What the fuck's this? Oh, they really are cutting across the brow, aren't they? I'm getting like seafood vibes off this, the animation style.
Your mother left this to you.
The Kiraman key, I don't deserve it.
It's your legacy now, Caitlin.
You guys have to remind me in the comment section, what does that do? Or what is that? Oh, look at that. Them two talking in the light.
What is she still doing here?
And she's always lurking in the shadows.
Hey.
Nice lovely backlit light in here, look. I can't remember. They're a couple, aren't they? Didn't they kiss in the last one, in the last season? I can't bloody remember. Or they wanted to?
I can make this right. If you get Jace to fix the gauntlets, I can do this myself. No one else needs to get hurt.
No more rogue mission. My mother was right. My arrogance led me to take on more than I could handle, and she paid the price.
I love this rim lighting on it. Look at that.
Sending all the enforcers after Jinx.
Beautifully rolls off.
I'm going with them.
Please, I have to help.
You can.
It's that little police badge, is it?
As one of us.
I can't wear this.
You can show they're not all of Zorn supports Jinx. We can show them. Together.
I watched them kill my parents. Do you have any idea how that feels?
I do! I thought you were on our side.
You didn't think at all.
Oh, it's always those mixed frustration of messages, isn't it? You know, like one wants one thing, one wants the other thing, and yet they're both going in the same direction. They're just too angry to see. Okay, the classic narrative. But you can tell that was a soft moment because they're using the piano in there. They're using that instrument to tell us how fragile and delicate they are around each other, or at least in that moment.
You alright?
So lovely, this, isn't it? Look at how beautiful it is.
You lose someone in the attack?
Even that shot, for example, they had 3 layers. You had the guy as a foreground, V as the mayground, and then you had the background just going off on the composition. Oh, it's like defending him. So that's some sort of like cocoon, isn't it?
He was right next to me. How does the explosion do that to him? I just walk out without a scratch.
Oh, has he got survivor's guilt, has he?
My mother's entered the game. She's already gotten her hooks into Sallow, using his grief to make a play for Hextech. It's all right. Caitlin was there. He might pay her a visit. She hides it admirably, but the poor girl's in so much pain.
I've noticed with their eyes, no matter how dark or what colour the scene is, every time you see their eyes, it's always the whitest thing on scene. And I think that's because they want you to look at their eyes. They tell so much of the story through the eyes in this animation.
How'd you find me?
Your dad.
Oh wow, see the lens aberration? It's not, it's petals out of focus.
Hey, joined the Peanut Patrol. And I thought she had no sense of humor.
I like peanuts.
Her dad's right.
League of Legends is known for its music, isn't it? Every scene's had music playing. Every scene so far, I'm positive.
I'm the one who created the monster.
And most of the time, it's more about diegetic sound of the world only, and the music's in there occasionally.
Vi?
Oh wow, look how realistic that looked, because it's low-key lit, backlit, shadows, heavy contrast.
So what is it? Random search? Or are you just here to waste my time?
Look at the power status, having the camera tilt up at them.
You're something of a legend amongst the enforcers. I have to ask, is it all true? You went after Silco alone when the
Grief, that looks good.
Kate said all that.
She said, if every enforcer had a heart like yours, we could take on Noxus itself. Then she threatened to withdraw her family's funding. Anyhow.
Look how beautiful that is. I'm stunning.
It's nice to know there's still good ones left.
They're trying to make her look like a beacon of light, aren't they? So the backlit in there, Lovely lens aberrations. Also got texture in there from these beautiful dust particles. That makes such a difference. That's why newer games of today's date look as good as they do, because they're using particle effects in there, be it falling leaves or when you destroy an enemy and they spark up. Him pretending to snore. Oh, I love the way that's moving, that shadow. Very Bonnie and Clyde, that. It's funny, once you start seeing these dust particles, you ain't going to be able to not see them.
One of the many privileges of serving as your counselor is having the occasion now and again to stand behind this podium. Our curiosity.
Oh.
Our compulsion to leave behind us a world better than that.
Is that Jinx?
Things we share are what make us one people.
Clever girl. She ain't stupid, is she?
Today, we share an unthinkable loss.
By the way, if you want to create light rays in there, it's actually it's smoke and texture in there. Like haze.
And Councillor Cassandra Kiraman were taken from us.
That's how you see all those light. Oh, I love how it goes light and dark on her skin. Why don't she say something?
And they...
Oh, it's one of those frustrating parts of the story.
Losing a loved one.
No! Oh, wow. I love the impact on that. Oh, that's not, what's it called? Oh, she'll be saved. Come on. Oh, I love that Mad Max tone in the music. It's the strings doing that. Oh, yes, mate. Now we're talking. Oh, I love that. By having that close up there, or having, I think it's called momentum build. Oh shit, look at these bad boys. Oh, these 2D elements in there. That makes such a difference on the animation. They're using it for multiple layers. That's how they're making this look so good. And obviously every composition looks amazing. Or frame. Oh, this is great. They're using flash speed ramps in there. What's that going to do? Make her trip out? Oh no, she's not going to hurt that one, is she? So we've had that momentum build. Well, not meant to build. We've had that character build with her. No, she's going to prove to be a little badass in this. Nice. Here we go. Man, she's badass, V, isn't she? Clever girl. Yikes.
Get the counselors out of here. I have an idea.
I forgot actually how badass the fight scenes are in this. It is the motion blur, it's the quick cuts of course, and they also use it on a telephoto lens. It's like 80 or 100 and it compresses the background and makes them look more epic, and then they do shit like that when it's a wide angle lens and bring the action closer to it. Love it. Dude, the sound design. Is he like a famous League of Legends character? Look at that. Looking down at him. No, he didn't look down at him. Oh shit. And look at that, they made him walk into the light so you can clearly see it. Makes the blood pop as well. Oh wow, that looked really cool. Oh, it's old matey boy proving his worth. Oh, that was cool. It looks so much better because you came through the smoke. I think they're also, as well, look at when each character's fighting, they've got different lighting to just help you quickly understand where you are, to not disorientate you.
For my son.
Yo, what? Oh, is it his mate? Oh, it's her. Oh, I saw that blue shit thinking it was I knew it was Hex Tech. Yo. Oh, I love that. The lighting going across here. They blocked it here, the shadows. Oh no, it's out of juice. Performance issues. No. He'll be right last minute. At the same time as she pulls the trigger. But Caitlin will start it though, right? Oh no. Oh, they all hit. They all got him. Who the f threw that? Oh. Man, that's a dope ass beard. Wow. They rippled that camera then. Holy shit, how to make your mum and her team of people look good. But as she slit the throat, the camera, it just twitched like a glitch. It's quite a cool way to not show the violence, but at the same time show the impact from afar. Quite clever actually, I remember that one. I love that when they do that. They're using foreground characters to walk past, and then they do a tighter cut to the next one. And oh my god, a frame left. Oh, that mum shot was amazing.
Thought for sure you were gonna get yourself killed.
A memorial.
They wanted the spectacle. Alright, they're trying to scare you.
Oh,
All they did.
This is her getting angry this season. Let's see where the close up of her teeth.
You need to find a way to call off the invasion.
What?
This battle was on your soil. Down there, you'll be on their terms.
None of this is on our terms.
Maybe you should change that.
Well, I don't know how, okay? She dies and leaves this giant hole, and I'm just supposed to fill it. Like she was never there to begin with.
Hey.
Oh.
The hole gets smaller, but you never fill it.
I like that they have these little moments.
Every way I slice it, if I go after your sister alone, one of us comes back in a box. It's all coming apart.
No, it isn't.
They're framing, mate. Foreground on that curtain. Nice. They got loads of... They're always doing dirty framing here, aren't they? What I mean by dirty framing is you can see there's always stuff in the way. And again, it's those layers. It just makes everything look so beautiful. That's why every shot on this looks just... chef's kiss.
You're a caramel.
Oh, is it just like a wealth of knowledge? Nice, I love this. In and out of focus. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom out. Seeing a reflection imprinted on her face. Oh, it's him.
Lifetimes has Piltover's leadership enforced into the dungeons of our capital.
They must have had help from someone up here.
We can't afford any more.
Oh.
If we do not defend ourselves with Hextech, our principles will mean nothing.
He's adamant about the old Hex Tech, isn't he?
We aren't prepared for a full-scale invasion. The Undercity's attack proved that.
This is a closed council meeting.
Shut up. I want to smack that boy.
I am a decorated officer, leader of House Kiraman. Address me with respect, or keep your mouth shut. I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives. Locate Jinx, dismantle Shimmer, and neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
What makes you think you'll fare any better than our forces today?
Loving this overlapping. I'm getting excited.
We've got a few surprises of our own.
Oh my lord, this is awesome. Oh, they're using quick transitions in there. Basically, they're whip pans. And you put them all in. Fantastic. Oh my god, goosebumps off this shot. Oh, I can feel it. And it was because it was those whip pan transitions and the music came in, the reveal. That's the power of momentum shots. Shit, that was good. Eyes open. No, they're lingering on that motherfucker, aren't they? Mate, is that Silco? I thought he got shot, didn't he? Or he died or something. I can't remember how he died. Ooh. Wow. Wow.
Checkpoint!
That was just amazing. To put it simply, it was amazing, and it reminded me of why I enjoyed the first series. Granted, these characters don't mean as much as they probably do for you guys, the players or the fans of League of Legends, but for me as a cold caller, I really enjoyed season 1. And even though I couldn't remember all the characters in this and the introduction to newer characters, I'm guessing, I still absolutely loved it. And the reason for that is it is such a piece of artwork. Honestly, every frame in here is just stunning. I'm not going to go too deep in on the story because, let's be honest, it was pretty simple. It was characters, it was dealing with the aftermath of the final attack. But what they did set up is how angry Caitlyn is, and I really like that. But this is very much going to be her angry arc, isn't it? Like the vengeful, I will get revenge, and then eventually she'll see that, you know, there's a better way of doing it. Probably what I'm guessing. However, what I do want to talk about is the cinematography and the storytelling that they're doing here. There's loads of little things here, but I absolutely love it. The first thing is how they use the 2D animation, those smoke effects. Every time there's like a gunfire going off, the sparks. By adding those 2D elements on top of the 3D layers, it is fantastic, and it's so unique to this art style, especially this cell shaded type look that they've got going on. Very similar to the Sifu from the Secret Levels one. By adding those special effects in, or those visual effects of 2D planes, it's given us loads more layers when it comes to the composition, and that's why it looks chef's kiss, so good. The next thing would be the actual eye animation. So normally you get a catchment in the eye, so that is a blob of light that you basically helps you look at someone's eyes. Most people tend to have one. I've got a few here, but it's normally the one key light that you look for. With this, they've got about 4, and what I found really interesting is they're using the catchment, the 4 of them. So there's the rounder one, or triangular one, a little round one, another one, and then a line one. They're moving them to make us feel how the characters feel, and that is such a clever way of using a catchment in the eye to make the audience feel something. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really clever. Most of the compositional shots tend to have, so that's the actual framing, tend to be dirty framed. So what I mean by that, it's not a clear frame like this is now. There'd be something in the way to reveal the subject that it's me. So in this, it had a lot of like things in the way, like flowers. There was like curtains at one point. They're using loads of dirty frame when it comes to people and the dialogue exchanges. That I absolutely loved, and especially when they were going across the camera and then it done a little jump cut in. Oh, that was absolutely stunning. I really love dirty framing like that. And yet they had clean framing when it was like more of the establishing shots, which is understandable, but absolutely tons of dirty framing here, which really helps build up that composition. And speaking of composition, did you see how many layers were in there? Other than the 2D elements and the dirty framing, which, you know, gives us 2, they were using particle effects in there. Once I noticed them, I couldn't then unsee them. They were in pretty much every other shot. You use that to make your shots look more beautiful, and this is like stunning, isn't it? Every shot could be like a wallpaper or something. But that is what games are doing today. Particle effects, either it be falling leaves or when you hit them as it sparks, as I said when I was watching it. It's such a simple thing can make our framing or our shots go, wow, why does it look that good? Well, now you know. The last 2 things I want to talk about is the lens style. So what they're doing there, they've got a wide angle lens, so mainly the action shots. This is a wide angle lens now, so when the subject or something comes close to it, it looks over animated because it's so close. And then with this, they were using sort of like weapons to come up on the wide angle lens but being close to the subject. And then on some of the close-ups, they had a telephoto lens, so it was more about 100mm, 80mm, and what that does is it compresses the background. So when a weapon is moving fast or someone's running, it looks more epic. And the reason being is because the background is moving way faster, and that's because they were compressing the background with a telephoto lens. And the last thing is what I noticed was, I don't know if this is something unique to Arcane because it is League of Legends. League of Legends is known for its music. That I'm aware of. Not that I've seen all of them, but the ones I have seen, I'm kind of aware of it. And with this, every scene, every shot pretty much had music in. It kind of flowed, transitioned into another one, then into another one, and then into another one. And then I was a bit like, hang on, but there's no dead air in here. Normally with movies and things like that you're watching, you tend to have music in there because it's used as a character to speak to us every now and then. With this, it was every shot. And I'm really curious to know in the next episodes and going forward, will it continue so? And I think it actually helped with the flow of the video or this episode. It was the quickest 37 minutes ever, wasn't it? And I think the music helping us transition, go through with the thread of storytelling is the key factor there. But again, going forward, I'm going to be listening out for that and go, well, is there going to be dead air? Because I think if there was any dead air in there, as in just ambient sounds and sound effects of the world, it would probably be a diegetic sound. It was only like for a few seconds, but mainly it was music from beginning all the way to the end. So there you have it. That was my reaction to season 2, episode 1 of Arcane. Heavy is the Crown. Hopefully you enjoyed this little bit of film talk at the end. And remember, if you are watching this on YouTube, you can see my full reaction beginning all the way to the end on the Patreon. And if you are watching this on the Patreon, thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.
Out of time!